21st lesson for the 21st century, science fiction. Disney rules pace in free will. In 2015, Pixar Studio and Walt Disney Pictures released a far more realistic and troubling animation saga about the human condition, which quickly became a blockbuster among children and adults alike. Inside Out tells the story of an 11-year-old girl, Lily Anderson, who moves with her parents from Minnesota to San Francisco, missing a friend and hometown. She has difficulty adjusting her new life, and she tries to run away back to Minnesota. Yet, unbeknown to Lily, there is a far greater drama going on. Lily is not the unwitting star of a TV reality show, and she isn't trapped in the Matrix. Rather, Lily herself in the Matrix, and there is something trapped inside her. Disney has built its empire by retelling one myth over and over. In countless Disney movies, the heroes face difficulty and danger, but they eventually triumph by finding their authentic self and following their free choice. Inside Out brutally dismantle this myth. It adopts the latest neurobiological view of human and takes viewers on a journey into Lily's brain to discover that she has no authentic self and that she never makes any free choice. Lily, in fact, a huge robot managed by a collection of completing biochemical mechanisms, which the movie personized as cute cartoon characters. The yellow and cheerful joy, the blue and morose sadness, the red and short-tempered anger, and so on. By manipulating a set of burden and rebels in headquarters while watching Lily's every move on a huge TV screen, these characters control all of Lily's mood, decisions, and actions. Lily's failure to adjust to her new life in San Francisco resulted from a breakup in headquarters that had knocked her brain out of balance. To make things right, Joey and Sadness go on an epic journey through Lily's brain, riding on the train of thought, exploring the subconscious prison, and visiting the inner studio where a team of artistic neurons are busy producing dreams. As we follow this personalized biochemical mechanism into the depths of Lily's brain, he never encounters soul, authentic self, or free will. Indeed, the moment of revelation on which the entire plot hinges happens when Lily discovers a single authentic self, but rather when it becomes evident that Lily cannot be identified with any single core, that her well-being depends on the interaction of many different mechanisms. At first, viewers are led to identify Lily with the lead character, the yellow cheerful joy. Yet, eventually it turned out that this identification was the critical mistake that threatened to ruin Lily's life by thinking that she alone is the authentic essence of Lily. Joy, Bro, Beach, all the other inner characters, thereby disrupting the delicate equilibrium of Lily's brain. Catalysts come and Joy understand her mistake, and she, along with the viewer, realizes that Lily isn't joy, or sadness, or any of the other characters. Lily is a complex story produced by the complex and collaboration of all the biochemical characters together. The truly amazing thing is not only that Disney dared to market a movie with such a radical message, but it's become a worldwide hit. Perhaps it succeeded so well because Inside Out is a comedy with a happy ending, and most viewers could easily have missed both its neurological meaning and its sinister implications. The same cannot be said about the most prophetic science fiction book of the 20th century. You cannot miss Sinister Nature. Written almost a century ago in 1931, it becomes more relevant with each passing year. When Aldous Huxley wrote Brain New World, communism and fascism were threatened in Russia and Italy. Nazism was on the rise in Germany. Militaristic Japan was embarking on its war of conquest in China, and the entire world was gripped by the Great Depression. When Huxley managed to see through world's dark cloud and envision a future society without wars, famine, and plague, enjoying uninterrupted peace, prosperity, and health. It's a consumerist world that gives complete free reign to sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and whose supreme value is happiness. The underlying assumption of the book is that humans are biochemical algorithms. Science can hack the human algorithm, and technology can then be used to manipulate it. In this brave new world, the world government used advanced biotechnology and social engineering to make such everyone is always content and no one has any reason to rebel. It's as if joy, sadness, and the other characters in Riley's brain have been turned into royal government agents. There is therefore no need for a secret police, concentration camps, or a mist of love a la Wells 1984. Indeed, Huxley's genius consists in showing that you can control people far more secretly through love and pleasure than through fear and violence. It's clear the OL is describing a frightening nightmare world in 1984, and the only unanswered question is how do we avoid such a terrible fate? Reading Brave New World is a disconcerting and challenging experience in large part because you are hard-pressed to put your finger on what exactly makes it dystopia. The world is peaceful and prosperous, and everyone is supremely satisfied all the time. What could possibly be wrong with that? Huxley addressed this question directly in the novel's climatic moment. The dialogue between Mustafa Mond and the world controller for Western Europe and John the Savage, who had lived all his life on a native reservation in New Mexico, and who is the only other man in London who still knows everything about Shakespeare's or God. And John the Savage tried to incite the people of London to rebel against the system that controlled them. They reacted utter apathy to his call, but the police arrested him and bring him before Mustafa Mond. The world controller has a pleasant chat with John, explaining that if he insists on being antisocial, he should just remove himself to some secret place and live a hermit. John then questioned the view that underlie the global order and accused the world government of eliminating not just truth and beauty in beat pursuit of happiness, but all that is noble and heroic in life. Mustafa Mond explained to the savage that civilization has absolutely no need to novelty or heroism. These things are symptoms of political ineptitude. In a properly organized society like ours, nobody has any opportunity for being noble or heroic. Conditions have got to be thoroughly unstable before the occasion can arise. Since there are no more wars, revolution, or social conflict, there is no need for novelty or heroism. Similarly, in the past, people had to exert great effort and undergo years of hard moral training in order to overcome their anger, their hatreds, and their dangerous passion. But now, if your anger or passion threatens to overwhelm you, all you need to do is swallow a few pills. Anybody can be virtuous now. Conclude Machupa. You can carry at least half your morality about in a bottle. Exasperated, the savage insists that effort and struggle have their merit, and asked Mustafa, "Isn't there something in living dangerously?" The world controller agreed wholeheartedly that there is a great deal in living dangerously. Humans need strong stimulation, which is why the world government decides that every citizen must undergo a violent passion surrogate treatment each month. This treatment mimics the psychological effect of extreme fear and rage so that people can enjoy all the effort of murdering someone or being murdered without suffering any of the inconvenience. But I like the inconvenience, said the savage. Why don't? Said the controller. We prefer to do things comfortably. But I don't want comfort. I want God. I want poetry. I want real danger. I want freedom. I want goodness. I want sin. In fact, said Mustafa Mond, you are claiming the right to be unhappy. All right then, said the savage defiantly, I am claiming the right to be unhappy. Not to mention the right to grow old and ugly and impotent, the right to have syphilis and cancer, the right to have too little to eat, the right to be lousy, the right to live in constant apprehension of what may happen tomorrow, the right to catch typhoid, the right to be tortured by unspeakable pain of every kind. There was a long silence. I claim them all, said the savage at last. Mustafa Mond shrugged his shoulder. You are welcome, he said. John the Savage retired, known uninhabited wilderness, and there lives as a hermit. Years of living on Indian conservation of being brainwashed by Shakespeare and religion have conditioned him to reject all the blessing of modernity. But word of such an unusual and exciting fellow quickly spread. People flocked to watch him and record all he's doing, and soon enough he became a celebrity. Sick of heart of world unwanted attention, the savage escaped civilized metrics not to be swallowing a red pill, but by hanging himself. Unlike the creator of the Matrix, the Truman Show, Huxley doubted the possibility of escape because he questioned whether there was anybody to make the escape. Since your brain and yourself are part of a matrix, to escape the matrix you must escape yourself. That, however, is a possibility worth exploring. escaping a narrow definition of self might well become a necessary survival skill in the 21st century.